साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। जीवन्मुक्तिमहानन्दसाक्षिभूताय योगिने महास्वामिकनिष्ठाय शिवार्याय नमोऽस्तु ते। शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ भूः ॐ भुवः ॐ सुवः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यं ॐ तत्सद्गुरुवरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ओमापो ज्योतिरसोऽमृतं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों ममोपात्तसमस्तदुरितक्षयद्वारा श्रीपरमेश्वरप्रीत्यर्थं शुभे दिने शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्रीश्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यावहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने वर्षऋतौ कन्यामासे शुक्लपक्षे द्वादश्यां शुभतिथौ भृगुवासरयुक्तायां स्रविष्ठा नक्षत्रयुक्तायां धृतिनामयोग भवकरण एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायां अस्यां द्वादश्यां शुभतिथौ ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थं कौशिकगोत्रोद्भवस्य पूर्वप्रोष्ठपदा नक्षत्रे कुम्भराशौ जातस्य रवीन्द्रनारायण रवि शर्मणः मम पूर्वाषाढ नक्षत्रे धनुराशौ जातायाः लक्ष्मी रवि नाम्याः अस्याः मम धर्मपत्न्याश्च सहकुटुम्बस्य सर्वेषां क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्यविजय आयुः आरोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं वेदोक्त आयुः अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं इष्टदेवता कुलदेवता सपरिवार सर्वसिद्धि महागणपति प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दृष्टिदोष निवृत्त्यर्थं महता प्रयासेन मया कृतेषु सर्वेषु कार्येषु सपरिवार श्री शिवन सार सद्गुरोः अनुग्रह वशात् जयत्व प्राप्त्यर्थं जगद्गुरु महापेरियव करुणाकटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं स्वदेशात् अन्य देशाच्च आगतानां सर्वासां प्रतिबन्धकानां निर्हरणार्थम् अस्मत् भारत देशस्य उन्नतस्थिति प्राप्त्यर्थं देशे सर्वत्र शांति तथा सौभाग्य अवाप्त्यर्थं वापी नदी तटाक कूपेषु जल समृद्धि सिद्ध्यर्थं अन्न समृद्धि सिद्ध्यर्थं सद्गुरोः चरणारविन्दयोः अचंचल भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं यथाशक्ति सद्गुरु श्री सिवन सार आराधन सहितं कन्या पूजांच आचार्य मुखेन कारयिष्ये।
requesting everyone to continue to remain seated.
आवाहयामि कल्याणी ध्यायामि आवाहयामि रोहिणी ध्यायामि रोहिणी ध्यायामि आवाहयामि कालिकां ध्यायामि आवाहयामि चंडिकां ध्यायामि आवाहयामि शांभवीं ध्यायामि आवाहयामि दुर्गां ध्यायामि आवाहयामि सुभद्रां ध्यायामि दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वतीं ध्यायामि नवरत्नसिंहासनं समर्पयामि पाद्यं समर्पयामि अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि आचमनीयं समर्पयामि मधुपत्रं समर्पयामि स्नानं समर्पयामि आचमनीयं समर्पयामि वस्त्रोत्तरीयं समर्पयामि उपरीत आभरणान् समर्पयामि गन्धां धारयामि हरिद्राकुङ्कुमं समर्पयामि पुष्पमालां समर्पयामि पुष्पैः सम्पूजयामि समस्तोपचारान् समर्पयामि
Thank you, everyone. I now request the Honorable Governor and Shri Shivaramanji to take the dais. Thank you. Request everyone to kindly be seated. We'll first have the national anthem, followed by 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 𝗖𝗵𝗇. These are going to be sung by Srimati Brinda Sriram and Srimati Shruti Srihari. Request everyone to rise up for the national anthem and 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 𝗖𝗵𝗇.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you. Request everyone to be seated. We'll now have the invocation song by Srimati C.A. Sri Ranjani Kaushik.
शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो 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 शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारका भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारका भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा गम गम भूत प्रपंच रहिता निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा गम गम भूत प्रपंच रहिता निज गुह निहित नितांत अनंत आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंगा निज गुह निहित नितांत अनंत आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंगा भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो धिमित धिमित धिमि धिमि किट किट तोम तोम तरि किट किट तोम धिमित धिमित धिमि धिमि किट तोम तोम तरि किट तोम मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईशा सर्वदिगोबर वेष्टित वेश नित्य निरंजन नित्य नटेश मतंग मुनिवर वंदित ईश सर्वदिगोबर वेष्टित वेश नित्य निरंजन नित्य नटेश ईशा सभेश सर्वेश भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो
Thank you. We'll now have the welcome address by our senior volunteer, Shri 𝗙𝗵𝗶
Sivan Sar tonight. Good evening and namaskaram to everyone gathered here. It is a matter of immense joy and privilege to welcome you all to Sivan Sar 𝗙𝗵𝗶 Trust. As we come together for the inauguration of Sri Sivan Sar Jayanti celebrations, we are profoundly honored to have among us today the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi, whose presence elevates this special occasion. We are equally grateful to our distinguished guest, Dr. Bhatma Subramaniam, who is a rare distinction of this universe, who have had the divine fortune of having darshan of both Sri Sivan Sar and his brother, Sri 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 Swamigal, Mahaperiyava, 68th Peethadhipathi of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham, together in Kanchipuram. A very special and heartfelt welcome is reserved for Sri Sivaramanji, the founder trustee of Sivasagaram Trust. He stands a truly blessed soul chosen by our Guru Sri Sivan Sar. Through Sivaramanji's devotion, relentless effort and vision, the profound teaching of Sri Sivan Sar has reached and uplifted countless devotees. We offer our gratitude for his selfless dedication. This evening, we also have the privilege of recognizing two towering personalities, Sri Balaji Bhagavagar and Sri Ganesha Sharma, the Pitamahas of the
continue the spiritual family with Guru Bhakti. On this auspicious evening, as we begin the Jayanti, and we are also very happy that our Honorable Governor has brought his Madam, Mrs. Governor, to this special event, and we are very elevated by her presence too. And we are happy that, they both have done a sankalpam for the Lokashemam, and it is a very great honor that has happened through this Sivasagaram Trust Sivan Sar Yoga Sabha. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Governor, for that. On this auspicious evening, as we begin the Jayanti celebrations, let us together seek the blessings of Sri Sivan Sar. Once again, I extend my heartfelt welcome to all our esteemed guests, devotees, and the young and energetic SST volunteers who have joined us today. May this celebration ignite within us the value at the heart of Sri Sivan Sar's teachings, absolute honesty is spirituality, which he lived by and which continues to guide us in our lives. Thank you. Namaskaram. Sadguru Sivan Sar Maharaj Ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Sridhar. Next, we are going to have Srimati Padma Subramaniam address the gathering. Padma Vibhushan Padma Subramaniam is a Bharatiya classical Bharatanatyam dancer. She is also a research scholar, choreographer, teacher, Indologist and author. She is famous in India as well as abroad. Several films and documentaries have been made in her honor by countries such as Japan, Australia and Russia. She is well known as the developer and founder of the dance form Bharatanatyam. However, for all of us at the 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁, she is first and foremost a devotee of both Sivan Sar as well as 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁. And Sri Sar has actually spent about 1.5 years at Srimati Padma Subramaniam's home. I request Srimati Padma Subramaniam to share some of her experiences with Sar. Thank you.
𝗙𝗵𝗍𝗶 Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗍𝗶 அவர்கள், most respected and lovable Lady Governor, Sri Sivaraman, other devotees of Sivan Sar, I feel extremely thankful to Sivaraman and others for having invited me here to share a few thoughts on Sir when we are celebrating his Jayanti. Can you reduce the volume of the booming? Most of you are Sivan Sar's disciples, so it's like bringing pearl to new castle. But I would like to say a few words more for the sake of understanding of the dignitaries here. First of all, I'm him as our governor. Extremely nice of him to have come to this small place. This is a small mandapam, sir, yes, but it is housing somebody who always thought of the whole cosmos as his house. He belonged to the whole creation. He was a silent, unpublicized spiritual guru. Hardly few hundreds knew him. In fact, I think he is getting to be known through Sivaraman and his volunteers after his leaving his mortal coil. Sivan Sar was 10 years younger than Kanchi Mahaswami. And you will be surprised, sir. He never went to the mud, never stayed in the mud, never expected any help from the mud. He was very independent, and whenever I asked him, sir, why don't you come with us? We would like to have darshan of both Kanchi Mahaswami and you together. he would say, no, you think of us together, that is enough. And it's a strange story I would like to tell, how he came to our house to stay for 1.5 years. Sir was someone, he was an unusual 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁𝗀. He was not, he did not have aacharam, madi, nothing of that sort. In fact, when I entered, when I saw these children sitting here, I thought of him, because every day, every evening, when my students of dance, when they came, he would have kept a whole dabba of chocolates and toffees, and I had made him do namaskar and then go up to the dance hall. I'm so and so from Madibakam. I'm so and so from Mylapore. I'm so and so from Ade. This is how he instilled some kind of a bhakti in the children for the nativity. And we saw how it had influenced the children. And my own nephew Kannan got married when Sir was with us, and his wife had been like Sir was, as I said, unusual in many ways. You will be surprised, sir. He never used to have a regular bath. My sister-in-law, my Bhaviji, would come and say, sir, today I'm going to keep the water ready for you. He'll say, Shamla, not now, not next 2-3 days. Weeks together he will not have a bath. And during hot summer, Agni Nakshatram time, he'll be sleeping. I don't know if he was sleeping or just lying. He will have a thick woolen rug, and he will completely close even his face, and unless he takes it out, you are not supposed to go and disturb it. And in the morning, if he removes the rug, there will not be a drop of sweat. What was that body? What was that? He was beyond his mere physical sense. This is one example I wanted to give you. And for 50 and odd years, he never drank water. And he had lived in our house for 1.5 years. We know that, we have seen that, we are witness to that. And his food habits was very interesting. For women here, I would say, 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗃, we will have 3 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗃, small caskets, where we give 𝗕𝗵 during Navratri for just this much. And in those little 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗃, there will be one with 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 𝗔𝗀𝘀, one with 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁, and one with whatever vegetable we make smashed. That is all for the whole day. How can one survive like that? That's how his body was. He was absolutely beyond body consciousness. And his compassion for everybody was unbelievable. And it was during that time, it was 1991 that he stayed in our house. And you see many notebooks here, sir. I'm happy Shivaraman has collected all his handwritten notebooks. It is world history. And Kanchi Mahaswami had once told me, if you have any doubt about world history, go and ask Sivan. This is something I myself heard from Kanchi Acharya. And he wrote that 𝗕𝗵𝗵 𝗔𝗱𝗀𝗃, rather I would say, that got printed when he was in our house. And thanks to his followers like Shivaraman, Murali and others. And there used to be a few who would come and study that. Including, the elders here will know Soundaram Kailasam, the great Tamil poetess, Nalli Chettiar. They would all come and study his book there in his presence. And they will ask a question. Then Sir will say, take 280th page and go into the last paragraph, you get the answer. He would remember every word of what he had written. And he was an authority, as I said, on world history. He would talk about Brahmins of Arabia. He would say the word Abraham comes from Brahmana. I'm giving you one small example. His book will reveal so many things. I hope 𝗕𝗵𝗵 𝗔𝗱𝗃 will be translated into English, Hindi, and all the languages. And I'm sure it will reach the Sahitya Academy. It will be the greatest contribution for understanding Bharatiya values, the importance of our country, the importance of greatest of saints. So many saints he has spoken about. Sar has to be ever remembered. As I said, there is a small story, if I can take another 2 minutes, how he came to our house. He used to visit us. He came one day and stood in front of our house and asked my eldest brother Balu, what is there in that part of the house? And my brother said, it's a garage for the car. He said, I'll give you 15 days time. Make that a room for me. I'm coming here. And then he added one word. He said, it's a command from my brother. I have come here with a command from my brother. He has told me, you people need protection. I'm revealing this today because I'm right in front of his altar. Someday, somewhere, I have to mention this. We had, sir, Amma, we had black magic problem. People won't believe. And we had done no harm to anybody in our lives, not even in our thought. So we went and surrendered to Kanchi Acharya, told him, strange things are happening at home. You'll be surprised. What do you say for Karangal? Kurangal? Granite. What you use for the road? Stone pebbles will fall inside the bathroom. Closed door. How can you not believe? And we'll be traveling in the car and suddenly from somewhere, one big piece of shingle, brick will come into the car. So we didn't know what to do. We went and surrendered. We told 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁. He said, nothing will go wrong with you people, go. Nothing will touch you, go. And after a week, what happens? Sivan Sar comes home. And we never told him about it. He said, I have got message, radar message. He used the term radar because he'll never go to the Matha. He never went to the Matha. In fact, most of the devotees have never seen both of them together. So I'll give you 15 days time, you make this, but don't make a posh room for me. It should be like ashram. Just have one little extension with thatched roof or just zinc sheet for my devotees to come and see me. And to quote him, he said, அவளோட மூட்டை எல்லாம் வச்சுட்டு போறதுக்கு. He said to leave their bags here. By that he meant their worries. It was to leave the worries with him and go. And that is exactly what we did. 1.5 years he was there. Everything became all right. We did no pariharam. We did nothing. Sivan Sar's coming to our house made it completely, everything was normal. One day I asked him, my lifetime study was 𝗙𝗵𝗵 and the Karana movements that I had recreated, and my brother was shooting it for Doordarshan, and we had already recorded the music, and next day the shooting was to start. So I asked, sir, I have one request. I want to play this recording to 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 and you together. He said, get into the car. We were not even ready. We just jumped into the car. We went to Kanchipuram and there was nobody in the Matha. 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 was lying and Sivan Sar was there. He was sitting at the feet of his eldest brother. It looked like Mahavishnu with Mahalakshmi. And for 45 minutes, both of them listened to our music together. And next day, we had the shooting. Now the whole thing is global. The dance world all over, the whole world has come to recognize this work. And that is because of the blessings of both Kanchi Mahaswami and Sivan Sar. And I'm very grateful that Shivaraman remembered me to be invited when a great personality like our governor and his wonderful 𝗕𝗵Patni are here. I have the greatest respect for them. They are true Bharatiya. And your coming here means a lot to all of us, sir. And this little mandapam actually represents the entire world. Because the spiritual power of Sivan Sar is something to be felt. Thank you so much for your coming, and I pray for the blessings of Sivan Sar and 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 to everybody, and may this movement that Shivaraman has started grow in a very big way. Namaskaram.
Thank you, madam. for the wonderful speech. What we were all expecting was to be drowned in Sar's experience for a few minutes, and that's exactly what happened. Thank you so much, madam. I now request Srimati Lakshmi, our senior volunteer, to honor Srimati Padma Subramaniam. Thank you, Lakshmi ji. Now request Shivram ji, founder trustee of Shivasagaram Trust, to address the gathering. Shivram ji has been a devotee of Sivan Sar since 1992 and has spent a significant amount of time personally with Sar. He has been instrumental in bringing 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗍 to life. He has also been key to building Manibandapam for 𝗕𝗵Pariva in New Jersey, USA. Shivram ji has been instrumental in launching the YouTube channel 𝗕𝗵Puranam, where he has captured the personal experiences of hundreds of devotees of 𝗕𝗵Pariva and Sar. 𝗕𝗵Puranam now has over 77,000 subscribers and over 1,300 videos. This channel has been quietly influencing thousands of people and has led them to become devotees of 𝗕𝗵Pariva and Sar. Request Shivaraman ji to take the stage.
Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Ravi ji avargalé, our dear Sivan Sar devotee, our very close Attai, we used to call her as Attai, Dr. Padma Subramaniam avargalé, and all my well wishers, all the devotees of Sri Sar and 𝗕𝗵Pariva, and my dear colleagues, 𝗖𝗵Pरहे𝗁𝗍𝒂. Not only that, they are all given their life to Sri Sivan Sar. When Attai spoke, she told, Sivan Sarunuடைய பெருமைகளை சிவராமன் வெளியில் கொண்டு வந்தார் அப்படின்னு. I am not here to, nobody can give light to Suryan, sun. We can do only the Harati to Suryan. So I was one of the blessed person who can do Harati to Suryan. It is his wish to come out to the world. He has told once, எங்க அண்ணா இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் என்னுடைய பேர் வெளியில தெரிய விட மாட்டேன். I will not permit to the people to know about myself. That I have decided. Till my brother is with his body. அதுக்கப்புறமா he has decided to come out, to bless the world, and especially we have a very specific instruction from a great soul to invite our Honorable Governor in these premises to get the blessings from Sri Sivan Sar. So I am really happy. He has attended a lot of functions, but very few functions he has attended with his wife. As a family, he has come to get the blessings of Sri Sivan Sar. It's really very happy moment for us, because only very rare people, that is also told by Sri Sivan Sar. ஜன்மாந்திரத்தில் பாக்யம் இருக்கிறவா என்னுடைய சன்னதிக்கு வருவா அப்படின்னார். Today we are all blessed because we are here in the Sanadi of Sri Sivan Sar. I was asked to tell about the activities of Shivasagaram Trust. It is just a very small trust. Lot of people are doing better than us, more than lot of things. Doing Annadanam, daily Annadanam, or doing some medical service or educational service, whatever it is we are doing in a small way, tiny way, other people are doing better than us, more than us. Then what is the unique with Sivasagaram Trust, Sri Sivan Sar Mahasabha, or the devotees of Sivan Sar? What is unique? What is special? I can tell. Everybody is doing great job than us, but we are doing a small way on three things which we are proud of doing that. We are blessed to do that. The first thing is 𝗕𝗵𝗶 Puranam. More than 500 videos was published, telecasted. The personal experiences of Sri Mahaperiyava and Sri Sivan Sar. The devotees' experiences, personal experiences. This is a history of this country. So we are blessed to have that 𝗕𝗵𝗶 Puranam channel where the videos are recorded for the generations to come to understand about two Yuga Purushas. The next thing is a monumental work at New Jersey. In 10 acres of land, a granite temple was built for Sri Mahaperiyava. It is not yet another one temple. It is as Swami Vivekananda told in Chicago speech, after that, there was a resurgence of Hindu society, Hindu resurgence. After Mahaperiyava's temple in New Jersey, there is a resurgence of Vedic Sanatana Dharma throughout the world. And the third thing is this Yoga Sabha. For the generations to come, they will understand there was a great saint who lived in this country, in Chennai, and without this symbol, nobody knows. So, we are blessed to undertake these three important Kaingaryam. One is 𝗕𝗵𝗶 Puranam, second is Mahaperiyava Mani Mandapam, but New Jersey, the third one is Yoga Sabha. That is more than enough for our life. Thank you. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Shivaramji. We now have the award ceremony. First, a few words about the award itself. 𝗙𝗵 Tattpara Ratna. 𝗙𝗵 refers to the ocean of Shiva, symbolizing vastness and depth of Shiva's divine presence. Tattpara means devoted to or dedicated to. Ratna means gem or jewel. So the phrase 𝗙𝗵 Tattpara Ratna can be interpreted as a gem devoted to the ocean of Shiva, a jewel dedicated to the vastness of Shiva. It's a poetic expression that conveys deep devotion and reverence to Lord Shiva. I now request the Honorable Governor to hand over the award to Shri Balaji Bhagavatar. Shri Balaji Bhagavatar gets the award for his devoted service spreading the life and teachings of Sri Sivan Sar and nurturing Bhakti through Upanyasams, Bhajans and Satsangs that inspire hearts and guide future generations. Shri Balaji Bhagavatar is a true jewel in the ocean of Shiva. I now request the Honorable Governor to hand over the award to Shri 𝗙𝗍𝗍. Ganesha Sharma gets the award for his tireless efforts in spreading the life and teachings of 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 and SAR, and for inspiring contributions through pravachanams, Sangeeta Upanyasams and Bhakti literature. Shri Ganesha Sharma is also a true jewel in the ocean of Shiva. Next up, we would love to have the Honorable Governor take the stage. The Honorable Governor 𝗙 𝗵 was born in Patna, Bihar, and completed his Masters in Physics in 1974. After a brief stint in journalism, he joined the Indian Police Service in 1976 and was allotted the Kerala cadre, where he served for over a decade. During his tenure in the Central Bureau of Investigation, he led several anti-corruption crusades against organized criminal gangs, including mining mafias. While serving the Intelligence Bureau, he was largely involved in theatres of insurgency and violence in Jammu and Kashmir, the northeast and Maoist-affected areas. The Honorable Governor 𝗙 𝗵 was appointed the Governor of Nagaland on 20 July 2019 by the President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind. The Nagaland Peace Accord between Nagas and Indian government was achieved during his stint, which made way for peace in the region since the 1997 ceasefire agreement. On 9 September 2021, the Honorable Governor 𝗙 𝗵 was appointed the Governor of Tamil Nadu by the President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind. He took charge as Governor of Tamil Nadu on 18 September 2021. I now request the Honorable Governor 𝗙 𝗵 to address the gathering.
Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Most respected Padma Vibhushan, Padma Subramaniam ji, I heard Sivan ji calling his auntie, Attai. I call her Akka. Sri Sivaramanji and all the distinguished persons present here. At the very outset, I offer my humble pranam to the lotus feet of 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 and Sivan Sar. This day, on his Avatar Divasa, to be here, to be at a place where we have things which he left behind for generations, and from where the light continues emanating. In fact, I was just sitting and turning the pages of this, his notebook. I was amazed by the beautiful handwriting. I wish I had even 10% of that. And then I happened to fall upon, there is one page in English. And there, I was curious to read what he has written. He has written on Kashmir, both Kashmir problem, how succinctly, briefly, he has mentioned that Kashmir problem, how it got complicated. When Maharaja of Kashmir had signed the accession, instrument of accession, there was nothing else to be done. Jammu and Kashmir, whole of it had become part of India. But then, insistence of the then Prime Minister that no, unless Sheikh Abdullah was released, because he was creating a lot of problems, he was a troublemaker, he would not accept it. That complicated, gave opportunity to Pakistan to capture part of it. Then a large territory occupied by China, that also he mentions there. And how all this happened because of certain decisions which should have been avoided and right decisions should have been taken. I was hugely impressed by the 𝗙cie insight, because to get that insight it took me many years when I have been in the theater all through. But he had it sitting here and observing what was happening around. In fact, before I came to Tamil Nadu, I had heard a lot about 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁. I had read something about him. And I wish I had the opportunity to have had his darshan, which didn't happen. But when I came, later I got to know about Sivan Sar, how evolved a divine soul he was. When I come to know about such divine souls, get to know about them, be to the place where they have walked, it's all a matter of blessings, it's a infinite blessings. They are in, this land, Bharat, a divine land. It has from time to time, divine has chosen this land to appear. And appear not for this land alone, but for the whole cosmos, whole universe. In fact, Sri Aurobindo, when Bharat became independent, on that day, 15th August 1947, he wrote a few pages. What we all say that it is his dream. He said that, look, he said that now the time has come. The time has come for Bharat to discharge its divine obligation of saving the world, He said, look, in this entire universe, Earth is the only planet where we know that life exists, and it doesn't merely exist. Consciousness is in a constant state of evolution. 𝗔𝗀𝘀𝘀𝗀 𝗔𝗀𝘀𝗀. This is evolving. Even soil is not, what is inanimate is not actually lifeless, because every life comes from that. How it can be lifeless? Only thing is, consciousness is sleeping there. Once it starts waking up, life form changes, depending on the status of its awakened state. So, he said that this Earth, 𝗙𝗵𝘃, is the planet where this life form consciousness is in a constant state of evolution to higher and higher. And on this planet, Bharat is the land where thousands of years ago, during the time of Rig Veda, this light was revealed that Vyashti, Srishti, Samashti, we are all part of creation of the same Parameshti, same Parameshwara, and we are all a family. This light or knowledge which was revealed through the Vedas, that entire whole universe is one family, and what we see differences in look, these are apparent. That is what all through our literatures it has been stated time and again, that these are just mere diversities, numerous manifestation of the same divine, and essentially the ability to see that they are all one is what is called Sattvic Jnana. That is what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. 𝗙𝗵𝗶 𝗖𝗵 𝗵𝗂𝗵 𝗙𝗵 विभक्तेषु तद्ज्ञानं विधि सात्विकम्. Means all the beings are one and the same. This indivisible that looks divided, ability to see that it is that unity, that oneness is the Sattvic Jnana. We have Sattvic, Tamasic, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. So Sattvic is the most evolved. So this realization, Sri Aurobindo says that this realization that the whole universe is a family, plants, animals, humans, rocks and reefs, all are part of a family. This knowledge, this light was revealed on this land. Why? Why did it come only to Bharat? Why not anywhere else? And then Sri Aurobindo says that this is Punya Bhumi, this is a divine land. This appeared, this light appeared here for Vishwa Kalyan, not for here. Unfortunately, for long period, because Bharat was enslaved, we were not in a position to discharge the responsibility. But now that the Bharat has become independent, now the time has come, we must discharge our responsibility. It's a divine mandate. Now, this mandate, of course, after this independence, we could not fulfill this for a very long time. And it is primarily because we moved away from what was our soul. Because Sri Aurobindo also says that what is Bharat? Bharat is not a geography. Sri Aurobindo defines, and that is what, if you think of it, you realize. He says Bharat is a living energy of our Sanatana Dharma, Vedic Dharma. The Dharma that tells you that the whole universe is one and the same family. This connect, that there is no other. This, the intensity of our loyalty to this Sanatana Dharma will define identity and existence of Bharat. So Bharat is a living energy of this Sanatan Dharma. And how loyal we are to this Dharma, to that extent energy will build up. And that is how we will be capable of. And we will be able to do whatever we have been divinely mandated. And unfortunately, as we know, that we moved away soon after. And we started not only just simply moved away, but moved away almost 180 degrees. Just opposite we went. And in the process, decline continued. We started declining. In every field we declined. For nearly 7 decades we continued declining. At the time of independence, we were the 6th largest economy. When the British took over, we were the #1 economy. At the time when they left us, we were 6th. We were poorer. But by 2014, we became the 11th. We became far more poorer. We became divided. Everyone started within 10 years of independence in the name of language, in the name of so-called race, ethnicity, region. All the division started. These are all nothing but testimony, the fact that the decline, the decadence had set in Bharat. Because the living energy which came from our allegiance to this Dharma, that energy kept declining. Now, if you think of it, this Bharat, how this energy kept us together. Our problem mostly happens, or most of the problem that we face today is primarily because after independence, we got more colonized in our mind than even during independence. Now, we stopped talking about Bharat. Bharat was replaced by India. We talk about nation, and we all do that. Even I use the word nation building. But if you come to think of it, is nation a Bharatiya concept? It is not. Nation is essentially a European concept. And they had created this concept when the Europe had colonized the whole world, almost whole world. I won't call it whole, but yes, some part of it were not, but entire Africa, most of Asia, they had colonized. Latin America, America, North and South America, they had colonized all. And then they started coming up with concept of telling the people of the land who were living on the land, breaking them into various groups and telling that this land doesn't belong to anyone. You are one nation, you are one nation. You are, on the name of language, in the name of the way you dress, the way you eat, they started defining nationality. So it is essentially a political tool of the colonial power to keep the colonies subdued and divided. Bharat never called itself by this. Bharat was a Rashtra. But we didn't talk about a Rashtra. We started talking about, because English, after all, unless we talk in English, and we were shy of, think of it, name Bharat, Bharat people, Bharat, which is since thousands and thousands of years in our literature, Bharat is mentioned as Bharat. Even the sankalp that we were doing, reference came. This place, when it comes to this place doesn't stand alone. It stands at a Bharat Varse, Bharat Khande, and then you come to this place. Is a part of Bharat. But we started calling India. When you say India, you don't get the sense as if India was born. this Rashtra, how the Rashtra came into being. This Rashtra coming into being, once had we continued using the word, our word Rashtra, perhaps there would have been more literature on what is Rashtra. Our people would have got to know more and more about Rashtra rather than trying to define it by nation. You know, I'm sure many of you might have read who is called, in their language they called Archbishop of Political Thought, 𝗙𝗵𝗸𝗀, Grammar of Politics. In Grammar of Politics, he tries to define what is nation. He has come up with all the concepts, nation, sovereignty, state, all these things. He has tried to define it, what it is. And then if you read it, you find this man is totally, he is at pains to define what is a nation. And they, white people, they use nation only for the colonies, not on themselves. So, Rashtra, actually Bharat is a Rashtra. When we start looking at Rashtra, then we understand it better. Because after all, what is a Rashtra? What is a Rashtra that originated since the time of the Veda itself? Many of you are scholars here, and I am not competent even to speak and talk on these matters. But whatever little I know, Rashtra was born, as the Vedic saying goes, 𝗙𝗵𝗸𝗀 𝗖𝗵 𝗪 तपो दीक्षाम उपनिषेधुराग्रे ततो राष्ट्रम बनमो जसजात. 𝗙𝗵𝗸𝗀 𝗪, rishis who were born, who appeared for Vishwakalyan. 𝗙𝗵𝗸𝗀, Vishwakalyan. Such rishis, those who were equipped with Svavida, Atmagyan. And what is Atmagyan? Mam Atma Sarva Bhudatma. So rishis, their tap and diksha, the hard work of these rishis, that a Rashtra is born. Rashtra is a samu, is a collection of people who come together as a sangha, as a together with a particular sense of outlook, a drishti. The drishti that yes, we are all member of one family. Whether we are humans, whether we are animals, plants, whatever it is. Rocks, rivers, everything is a member of a family. So it is the rishis, their hard work, their tapas, their diksha that created this Rashtra. And that is how Bharat came into being, because a number of rishis from time to time have appeared and have created this Rashtra. When we think of, imagine, Bharat Rashtra, with so many kings and kingdoms, in this whole land, we have 12 Jyotirlinga, we have 51 Shakti-Pitha, we have 108 Divyadesham. They are all spread over the whole Bharat. And they belong to all Bharatiyas. It doesn't belong to a local region. Imagine, when Adi Shankaracharya, he travels all over and establishes Badri, Dwarika, Puri, all these peaks that he creates, all part. These are all rishis who created all these Jyotirlinga, Shakti-Pitha or Divyadesha, and united the whole family and created a Rashtra. So when we talk about Rashtra and then the Dharma, it becomes inseparable. And in that series of rishis have appeared from every time to time, every age they have appeared to save and nourish this Dharma. And in that very divine, as we say that Sambhavami Juge Juge, in that very series we had Mahaperiva, we had Sivan Sar, who came on this earth to reinforce, re-energize, and they came at a very tough time, very difficult time, at the time when we were all largely subjugated by the foreign powers. And even after independence, we got suppressed by our own people because they moved away towards the tamasic pravritti. They moved away from what was supposed to be the way forward. They moved away to a different course. During that time, they appeared and saved it. So I personally, when I visit Sannidhi of any such divine soul, my way of looking at it is, look at, in this thousands years of tradition, it is these, Parameshwara, the divine, appeared through these to save this and energize this Rashtra. And so, when we say Rashtra Bhakti, commitment to Rashtra, devotion to Rashtra, it is, if we do not have, then what Sri Aurobindo says, and what we have suffered, we suffered during the colonization and subjugation for 1,000 years, but then subsequent 70 years we suffered all the more because we moved away and we kept declining. And you see, if you look at what is happening in the 10, 11 years, we are now, course correction is happening. We are trying to correct the course and come back to our, and then you see the energy. Can you see that? If we can't see, can't we see the energy? The same Bharat, you know, earlier I used to sometimes I used to listen in discussion debates. We used to worry, why is it this country, China, was far behind, it has gone up. Many countries which were far behind us, they have left us far behind. Why this is happening? And then the so-called experts and Vidwan who used to say, no, you cannot. They used to, of course, they didn't know Bharat, so they would call India will grow only at the Hindu rate of growth. Because anything else, to say Hindu was a matter of, as if it was, people were inhibited, shy of, why should I call it? It's a regression. And anything which is not good or which is slow, you mark it, label it Hindu. Today, when we are the fastest growing large economy in the world, and when we are growing at a pace the whole world is watching with curiosity, and our growth is not just GDP growth, our growth is dharmic growth, that all inclusive. In 2014, 30%, more than 30% of our people were in absolute poverty. Not having roof over the head, not able to have 2 meals a day, not proper clothes to wear, no medicine if you fall sick. That was the condition. Imagine, over 30% of our people were absolute poor. And in last 10 years, 25 crores have been pulled out of poverty, and the number has come down to below 5%. Wow, where did it happen? That means it's what the growth that is happening is all inclusive. When Prime Minister Modi says, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, all inclusive, it is nothing but it is a commandment or the truth of revised Sanatan Dharma. We are all part of a family. And when we are part of a family, then I cannot afford to say that I will feed someone and someone will remain hungry. I will treat someone when someone falls sick, let someone suffer. You cannot. But this was the model that we followed all through 7 decades. Okay, this 5-year plan, so much is medicine, so much hospital, so much. As a result, the problems continued multiplying. We never looked at Bharat as a family or kutumbam. And this course correction is now, when I see it every day, I reminded of Sri Aurobindo, building up of the energy, national energy, in every field, science, technology, economy, every field, even in knowledge. Bharat was supposed to be Vishwaguru in every field. It was not only a spiritual, adhyatmic, but even in material science, our astronomy, our mathematics, our medicine. It was way ahead. The world, if you look into the old literature, you find that, in fact, I happened to come across, some of you might have read. It was in 1788 when the company had taken over Bharat, and because after Battle of Plassey, subsequently they took over Bengal, then they had Madras, Mumbai, also suddenly Bombay, one by and large, they had large part of Bharat, some part was living, so by over 1801 after Battle of Pancharan Kuruchi, even this part was gone. Marathas had to leave. So it became by the time. But by 1788, major part of Bharat, they had taken control. At that point, some scholars from Edinburgh University, who were visiting Bharat because they had heard a lot about knowledge of Bharat. They were coming, Europeans were coming, Germans were coming, French were coming, British started coming in large number. In 1788 in March, a group of scholars of Edinburgh University, because there were 3 centers of learning in Britain, Oxford, Cambridge and Edinburgh. And this team was led by Professor McConaughey. They write a letter to the British government, and the letter is beautiful. He says that he appeals to the British government that you must commit your resources to discover, collect and translate. Discover wherever they are, collect it, take it and translate it. All the ancient literatures that tells the work and knowledge of the Hindus. Because that will help enrich European thought process, and also it will enrich our science and technology. And then we will also get to know more about, and then I am quoting his word, that letter, inverted comma, and then we will know about the celebrated people, the Hindus, from whom Greek received their art and religion. Greek received their art and religion, and Moses received his knowledge. Now Moses was before Jesus Christ. We know that. Moses is the Old Testament. So this was the understanding of the British at the time when they colonized Bharat, how great this land was. And this land, of course, subsequently for their own regions, they wanted to kill the sense of selfhood. So they fabricated the history, everything about Bharat is bad, bad, bad. And they started infusing in us an inferiority complex. So much so that we started believing, and generations after generations, even after independence, we started following this. We had lost the sense of the fact that how colonized we remained even after independence. Mahatma Gandhi had said on the day of independence, he was sitting he was not very happy, country was partitioned, so he was sitting in a corner, Bhangi colony of Delhi. So some journalist went and asked him, why are you not celebrating? The whole country is celebrating, you look very sad. Are you not happy with independence? He says that, look, British had left us, he says at the time, British have left us only physically. They are still occupying our mind. And it will take hard work And it might take at least half the time they had colonized to remove them out of our mind. If you come to think of how prophetic it was that we remained colonized. I remember in 2006, our Prime Minister went to Oxford to open a chair, India chair. And there he delivered a speech, and I was shocked at the time, there was no reaction in our country. He praised the British. They say, you gave us railway, you gave us English language, you gave us code, you changed, justice system, as if we were barbarian, as if we didn't know how, we didn't have a language. Imagine. But I don't blame him, because this is how he was groomed. And then, some of you might have read, London Guardian had written an editorial on 18th of May 2014. 18th of May 2014, Guardian had written editorial where it says, 18th May 2018 will go down in history as the day when the British finally left India. British finally left India because until then, system of administration and governance in India was a continuation of the British Raj by other name. They realized that now the man has come, some people have come who are going to change it, who are going to work for the decolonization of mind. Now this decolonization has to happen if our national energy has to come up, has to build up. And this national energy will come up only when we have a true allegiance to our dharma. But what they did is they replaced, and then we'll be able to understand what is Bharat. So Bharat has to be restored in place of India, which is the true. Rashtra has to be restored in place of nation. Dharma has to be restored in place of religion. Because these are not. There can be countless religions in the world. We too have countless sampradaya, don't we have? We start counting, there is no end to it. Thousands of sampradayas we have. Maybe more, lakhs, I don't. But dharma is only one. There are no two dharma. Because this dharma, which has originated in the Veda, is universal. It doesn't belong to Bharat only. Bharat has a duty to take this dharma to the whole world. And this duty, it is time for us to now perform it. We have a right environment. We have a time. We all say that in every individual life or every collective life or even Rashtra's life, there comes a time, and perhaps it is providential, it is again divine choosing, when the Rashtra wakes up to fulfill its divine mandate. And I think this is our time. This is the time for Bharat. Because when Bharat is rising, it is rising with a different model. It is neither the Western capitalist model that, okay, you make money, create wealth by whatever means, and if somebody is poor, condemn. That means that person is to be blamed. In capitalism, if a poor person, they have no sympathy for the poor because this person is not capable, this is by virtue, because it's Darwinian. In Darwin says that survival of the fittest. There is no room for compassion. There is no room for kinship. It's all survival of the fittest. So if the poor person is poor, let the person poor. If somebody is not able to provide medicine, let him perish. Look at the United States of America. There is no health care. People are miserable. You have a lot of homeless people. But even in terms of GDP, they have so much of it. No, that's not a model. Another model is socialist model, which you have in countries We know. Where a state takes control of everything, becomes guardian of everything, people become client-patron relations. No. Bharat is developing, is rising on its own model, where it's all inclusive. We look upon Bharat as one kutumbam, one family. And all our growth model is all inclusive. And we see the result. As I was saying that from Vishwaguru we had become totally knowledge barren, bankrupt. In 2015-16, World Intellectual Property Organization, there is an organization in the world, WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, that tabulates in the whole world which country has created how much knowledge, intellectual property, that is essentially in science and technology. We didn't figure anywhere. Nothing. It is only now that we have started. With so much effort, so much reorientation, and today from nowhere, we are 0.5% was our share. Today in 2024, we have gone to 3%. Imagine this is a quantum jump. 6 times we have grown in last. And who is doing it? It is our people who are doing it, our young men and women who are doing it. They are creating the new and new knowledge, new intellectual property, patents. You see in every day you find how, not only in IITs and other, even in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Now we have got our own technology, some of you are already using it, I know it. Earlier YouTube used to be, in the field of technology, all the American companies, you have WhatsApp, now we have got RFI. Look, you are all aware of it. So we have, these things were unimaginable some time before. It is happening today. This is New Bharat, because this New Bharat is loyal to its foundational values, foundational principle, that is our Sanatan Dharma. Sri Rama, imagine, when we did the National Freedom Movement, what was, in fact, if you look at how did the people get mobilized, we had 2 sets of people leading the National Freedom Movement. One was hot, we will fight, and we will do or die. What was their war cry? Bande Mataram. Mother. Bharat is mother, Mata. And this Mata is Shakti Rupena, Durga, and worship. When Shivaji took on this Mughals, Aurangzeb, what was the war cry? Jai Bhavani. So when National Freedom Movement started, the people, those who wanted to take on, they took recourse to Mata, Durga, Bharat Mata, Bande Mataram. Whether it is Bankim Chandra composed or our Subramaniam Bharati composed, Mata. And once you say it's the Mata, you give your life. There is no two opinion. If anyone hurts my mother, I will give my life. There is no question of, I will not let that happen. But those who did not fight, they thought they were peaceful. What was their cry? What was their slogan? How did they mobilize? Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram, Patit Pavan Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jai Raja Ram. This was the every day, morning and evening he was singing. Now, it happened after independence. If you say Ram Ram, no, you are not secular, you are communal. They start calling you. Imagine the whole Bharat. When Swadeshi movement had started here, I remember I was reading a speech of 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗹 1907 at Marina Beach, to a large lakhs of people had gathered. He has delivered a speech on Swadeshi. He says Swadeshi is a reincarnation of Mahavishnu. This was the phrase that he had used, the language he had used. You adopt Swadeshi is a worship to Mahavishnu, and that is how we will get independence from the British. So all through the movement, our national energy was built along our dharma, along our dharmic icons. But after independence, Sri Rama became, for some people, he was an imaginary mythological person. That is why he said, no, there was no Rama. And the people have filed affidavit in the court, Supreme Court. No Rama, there was no Rama. Rama is not historical, Rama is only mythological. Imagine. For all these years, for 500 years, we have been fighting for people, Hindus have been fighting for having a place for Sri Rama where the place of his birth. But now, the whole nation proudly celebrated. It's a different thing that in our state it was banned officially, but people celebrated it. I remember that day when I visited Kodandaraman temple here in Chennai, I could feel it, that how priests and all were feeling suffocated. Because there was an undeclared, you can call it a curfew or a control. This land, I am surprised, for Lord Muruga, who is not ever, who in this land doesn't worship Lord Muruga, I would like to know. But if you wish to do a Muruga celebration in public, you have to go to police station to take a permission. For Vinayaka, you have to go to police station. Other day we read in the newspaper, Vijayadashmi for Durga, you did it and you landed up in police station. Now, but this is not going to last. This is all a dying phases. It is not going to be because this is all, is regressive, negative. It has a limited shelf life. It does destruction. The world has always been a battle between Deva and Asura. So eventually Devas win, Asuras they do perish. So, but then fight goes on. There is no escape. If anyone feels that there will not be fight, that is a mistake. There will be fight. But we know what is going to be the eventual outcome of the fight. And we can see today the awakening that is happening in the state wherever we go. Awareness, consciousness, the sense of selfhood. Yes, this is what we were. And we have to reclaim it. This change is happening. So now, an awakened nation, I'm using the word English nation, but awakened Rashtra. Awakened Rashtra, it is unstoppable. I tell you, we all feel it in our guts, and I can feel it right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, Kutch to Kamru. I have visited all of them. This is awakening. Now, Rashtra and Dharma together are growing. And that is the way, sustainable way for the whole world. Imagine for the first 2000, when the 1 year back when we had the leadership of G20. What did we do? The message that we gave to the world, 𝗔𝗀𝗍𝗶. It was not a coinage by Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi only expressed what is there in our sanskar, in our DNA. What has been given to us by our rishis, 5,000 or maybe, I don't know how many thousands since then. Nobody knows it. Since then. So this is our drishti. And with this drishti, which comes from Sanatan Dharma, because this drishti doesn't come just like that, unless you have that allegiance to that dharma, unless you are a practitioner of that dharma, you will not get this drishti. So this drishti, with that, our country is now, Bharat is waking up and discharging its global responsibility, discharging its own responsibility, and it will continue doing so. And now we have set a target. The nation is not just drifting, it has set a target. 2047. We don't have. These young children will be at the helm, young people will be at the helm, and maybe some of us could be at some point we're still be fortunate to see where we are. But we are all witnessing it today. That day will be the day. But still today, with the sense of pride that we have today, when we go out any part of this world, I remember I have been traveling across in the discharge of my duty. Nobody took note of you. At the immigration in the world, wherever you were, Indian passport, third class. Everybody was quick to advise, no, this is wrong, that is wrong, this is what you do, your country is not doing well, this country. Every advisor from all over the world. Today, when you go, the way you are looked upon, a Bharatiya is looked upon, the weight of Bharatiya passport has gone up many times fold. We were at the margin. In 2014, no one took us seriously. Today, nothing important in the world can be decided without Bharat being on the table. This is new Bharat, Bharat rising with its dharma, allegiance to the dharma. And in this, when we have the blessings of divine soul like Sivan Sar and of course 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁, they will keep guiding us, showing our way forward. Because whenever in confusion, and I tell you a truth, in the morning when I go to my temple, my home temple inside, and I bow before Mother Goddess, I only say, I do not know what I am going to do today. Because I do not know myself, frankly speaking, I just do not know what. I do not know what you want me to do today. All that I will tell you, request you is, please give me the energy and the strength to do it and do it well. Now this strength and energy that has been given to us by the great divine souls will keep us going, and we will fulfill our mandate, our divine responsibility. This institution will continue growing. Light of Sir Sivan Sar will continue spreading and re-energizing Bharat. This is what my wish, my prayer, and this is what is going to happen. I thank once again 𝗙𝗵𝗻 for taking this, dedicating his life, he and his team, to take on, as in the mission mode, the teaching. Thank you very much, 𝗙𝗵𝗻, for all that you are doing. A great national service you are doing. Great national service. It is Rashtra Dharma, Rashtra Seva is what you are doing. It is not just a spiritual, it is actually a Rashtra Seva you are doing. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Check. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful speech. I was reading Devathin Kural yesterday, where 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗁 had said that 50% of all temples in the world is in India, and 50% of all the temples in India is in Tamil Nadu. It is an honor to Tamil Nadu that its honorable governor is so fluent in talking about Advaita philosophy and the concept of Rashtra and quoting effortlessly from the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishad. Thank you so much once again, sir. Let's give a big round of applause to the honorable governor for his speech. We will now have the vote of thanks. We will now have the vote of thanks by our trustee, Shri S.K.V. Ramanan. Ramananji has been a blessed soul associated with the Shankara Kanchipuram, which was established by none other than Adi Shankara himself over 2000 years back. Shri Ramananji has been associated with 4 pontiffs of the Kanchi Math, Shri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swamigal, Shri Jayendra Saraswati Swamigal, Shri Shankara Vijayendra Saraswati Swamigal, Shri Satya Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swamigal. In addition, Shri Ramananji has been associated with Metur Swamigal, Kolegal Swamigal, and Thiruvallikeni Swamigal as well. Last but not the least, Shri Ramanan has been closely associated with Sivan Sar. I now invite Shri Ramanan to deliver the vote of thanks.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Respected Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu through R.N. Reddy, distinguished guests, and all devotees. It's my proud privilege to extend the word of thanks on this auspicious occasion. On behalf of the organizers and all assembled here, I first offer our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, through R.N. Ravi, for graciously participating in today's function. Sir, your presence has added inspiration to this event, and we are extremely happy with the encouragement you have given to the noble cause of preserving and promoting our traditions. I also extend our sincere appreciation to the revered Sri Ganesh Sharma and Govindapuram Sri Balaji Bhagavatar, who are being honored today. Your tireless service, dedication, and commitment to safeguarding our sacred cultural heritage are truly exemplary. It's through your efforts that countless devotees can connect with their faith and draw strength from it. A word of thanks is also due to our Dr. 𝗙𝗵𝗔𝗀 and well-wishers whose participation has enriched this celebration. Finally, I thank the organizing committee, volunteers, and each one of you present here for your support in making this event a memorable one. With the blessings of Sri Sivan Sar, may the trust continue its noble work, and may we all take inspiration from today's proceedings to carry forward our traditions with pride. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramananji. We request everyone to rise for the national anthem. Post the national anthem, we request everyone to be seated and make way for the Honorable Governor to make the exit. Then request everyone to collect prasadam and leave. Okay? Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Sivan Sar Maharaj ki. We request everyone to be seated so that the Honorable Governor can make an exit, and then request everyone to take prasadam and leave. Thank you.